Like most of y'all, I grew up in the 80s, the last of the Medea generation. And you know what the old saying was when you acted bad: spare the rod, spoil the child. And for me, I got many ass whoopings. I was like Missouri. You had to show me. And my grandmama and my daddy definitely showed me. Ass whoopings out. And you know what? Those ass whoopings are the reason why I'm a decent person today. I thank God for them. I thank God for that discipline. And because of that, I'm now a functional member of society, not terrorizing other people. But that can't be said about other people. You know, now you can't really tell anybody what to do. Back in my time when I was coming up, my neighbor could say, "I'm gonna call your dad." And that was enough to put the fear of God in my life. Some of y'all older than me came from a time where your own neighbors could whoop you. And then when your mom and them get home, they would whoop you. But now it's like you can't tell nobody kids nothing. They're so terrible, some of them, so disrespectful. No fathers there.
You're not my dad!
And then, you know, they're going around talking to these grown adults, doing whatever they want to do. And it's like people can't check these kids for fear of going to jail. I want to talk about a situation that was happening in the UK where you had these kids who were running around McDonald's threatening employees.
Walk into the back of McDonald's again!
These teenagers made it their hobby to bother workers at this McDonald's every day. Until this day when the workers finally had enough. The kids ran around the employee area as usual, bothering workers and screaming. But then the workers managed to trap the kids into some kind of storage room.
We got locked in!
The workers then called the police while the kids started threatening them with false accusations. The workers remained calm as the kids taunted them and continued to threaten them. Even after being caught though, the kids still seemed to be having a lot of fun and were enjoying being complete rodents. Workers complained to the police and explained these kids come do this every single day.
They come every day here.
The kids continued to tell the workers all the false accusations they were going to tell the police.
I have video footage of you strangling my neck.
Eventually when the police showed up, they made the kids leave the McDonald's, but they did nothing else. This is why kids that act as menaces nowadays do this, because they face no real consequences.
I mean, you see how terrible those kids are? They got escorted out of the McDonald's. Nothing happened. But you know what? That's just disheartening. They're terrorizing these people who want to work every day and nothing happens. But now that's the same case that happens in the school system. And I feel very bad for those people who are teachers at the elementary school level, the junior high school level, and the high school level. Because why? A lot of these teachers are underpaid and they're being disrespected, especially bus drivers. And in this case, I want to talk about this particular incident. We can't show what happened on the incident because we'll get demonetized. There was a bus driver out in Texas who was not playing no games. Play that clip.
A CONROE ISD employee is no longer with the district after video surfaced that school administrators said showed the employee hitting a student, knocking him down. We do want to warn you, the video is hard to watch. Also, we're blurring the face of the former employee because as of early Friday afternoon, no charges have been filed. Several of you reached out to KHU 11 about the video and we contacted the district. A CONROE ISD representative responded with a statement identifying the person in the video as a transportation department employee. The statement said the district is disturbed by this unacceptable behavior and that CONROE ISD police are investigating. It's not clear when the incident happened, but administrators say they were made aware on Thursday. You can read the district's full statement on khou.com.
But it's irrelevant, says grandparent Ginger Harris.
For him to get assaulted by the teacher or whoever he was, that, you know, and it's wrong. I mean, you just don't pick on kids. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know what else to say.
Now, as you saw there were some people definitely upset about this. You heard one lady say something to the effect of, no matter what the child did to the man, he should have not responded. For those of you who've actually seen this clip, the question is, what did this kid do to this man for him to feel like he needed to act like that? And then what we saw is this person, Jariah888, he says, I heard the student spit on him, and if that's true, I would have turned the student every which way but loose too. All right, now if you look at the student in the video, basically that was a big kid, right? Another person goes, nah, he did what needed to be done. Spit on me? Nah, that tail is mine. Then Bella Dream here says, nah, I see how big that kid is. What did he do? And don't at me talking about he's a kid. What did he do? This other person says, M3KA Unruly. These kids be wildin' and disrespectful, but dang. Brother Migo _ Vaughn says he won't spit again. Give that man back his job and drop them charges. White kid, black teacher, y'all do the math. D. Dunton says, so he was spit on and reacted. Well, you spit, you get your wig split. Children included. Bernie Mac voice. Ruby Danko says, what's the full story? LOL, because these kids be trying it. Play with your mama and daddy at the house. Don't go playing with these grown adults at the school. They sick of them disrespectful children. Now, Tamika Newhouse says this. I was a teacher once, and a few occasions, students violated my space, placed their hands on me, and threatened me. I'ma stand down on this one because even I had to get physical with kids who are the same size and just as strong. These kids feel they can do anything, and this is why no one wants to ever teach anymore. Now, I do want to talk about this in comparisons of size and strength. When I was coming up, I mean, kids are, on average bigger than, when my father was coming up, with the foods and, with the workouts and stuff like that. Now these kids are huge. And I've seen several videos of, situations of young women beating up adults. One lady got left paralyzed. I saw one 6'7" kid beat the hell out of this teacher, a lady. And these kids are super strong, okay? That's the case. I'm a fairly large man myself, about 220 pounds. But if you're, dealing with an 11th grader who is 5'11", 16, 17, and he hits you, hey, that kid is still grown. That kid can kill you, all right? You get like 3 of them on you, they can beat you until the sun turn up. Those guys are just as strong as guys. The 15, 14, 16, 17, hey, they might be immature in their mind, but they're still strong. I mean, I'm seeing kids like 13, 5'8", dunking like crazy. I mean, lifting hella weights. These kids just ain't no, walk in the park. So when they're coming and trying to deal with somebody's 40 or 50, you can't really defend themselves or yourselves from those children. And the thing is, a lot of this has to do, and I'm gonna just say this, a lot of these kids don't have no father. And a lot of these ladies who are complaining about how bad these kids are, I hate to say this, but they're not looking at the fact that a lot of these kids ain't got no daddy. And that's what a lot of feminism has brought into the system. So now you don't have no kids with no respect. Their mamas won't let you talk to them. You know what I'm saying? It's like you try to correct the kid and you be hearing, hey, don't you talk to my son like that. Who you think you are? My son can do whatever he wants. So then you see your son out there doing whatever he want at school because you ain't got no control over him. You can't whoop him because he like 6'7", and when you try to whoop him, he laughing. You can't hurt that guy. But here's something else. Just because that's your son, and I want to make it very clear to a lot of ladies out there, okay? Because I'm an older man now. I'm in my 40s, and like I said, somebody like me, might just like, all right, not even want to engage that. But everybody ain't playing, right? Somebody gonna look at your son. If your son spit on them, and if that person is, like I said, gonna treat them exactly like how they look, it ain't gonna matter that your son is 16 or 17 or 18 or whatever. If he runs up, somebody gonna try to put him down, and especially you gonna go to the penitentiary one day. Like if you acting stupid like that, you're gonna go to jail, and in jail, don't nobody care about when you put you in there with the adults. Mama can't help you in jail. All right, you're gonna be somebody's girlfriend or boyfriend or however they want to call you. So if you don't get your kids straight now, they gonna listen to somebody. That's a complete. My dad always taught me this. He said, son, in life, story time music, you ain't gotta listen to me. But I can assure you, unless you kill yourself or you die or whatever happens, right? You're going to mind somebody. You gonna listen to the police. You gonna listen in prison. You gonna learn. You're gonna be under somebody. So you might as well do it right now. And I want to tell all these people that get your kids straight, because hey, once you get behind that system, you get behind them bars, your little friends can't help you no more. Hey, it's all about respect, and if you disrespecting, you're gonna get taken care of. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.